My friend, if you're struggling finding, vetting, training, and managing virtual team members for your real estate business, I have the solution for you. Call Magicians is the premier virtual assistant company in the real estate industry. And basically what they'll do is allow you to focus on closing more deals and doing the things you love while they handle the work for you. Head over to callmagicians.com and see if you're a good fit to work together. And make sure you use the promo code FLIPEMPIRE for a 20% discount off your startup fee. And by the way, the owner's a friend of mine and shares tons of value, gives a lot of useful tips on episode 540. So check it out at flipempire.com/540.
You're listening to Flip Empire, the show committed to helping real estate entrepreneurs who want to build their empire without sacrificing their life. Your success and freedom starts now with your host, Alex Pardo.
On today's episode, we are going to talk about how to deconstruct your deepest desires. Welcome, my friends. My name is Alex Pardo. If you are joining us for the first time here on the Flip Empire show, cannot tell you how excited I am to get into the heart of today's podcast episode. Again, we're going to talk about how to deconstruct your deepest desires. And that might kind of sound odd, right? Like, what do you mean by deconstruct? Your deepest desires, what it is that you're after, what it is that you want. But before we dive into that, I want to just take a quick minute. I want to thank just those of you who have taken the time to leave a 5-star rating and review in Apple Podcasts. Adrian Smood, Alex is very honest, transparent, down-to-earth guy. He has motivated me through his podcast to take action. He not only brings fantastic real estate knowledge, but also business and mindset. So Adrian, so appreciate you. Angela Clark, Marvin McDonald, and just so many of you who, again, have taken the opportunity to leave a rating and review. So grateful and appreciative for you. So with that being said, I want to kind of start by sharing that this may rub some people the wrong way, and that's fine. That's okay, because it's my truth. It's my belief. But I feel like God has had his fingerprints, all over my business and my life. I always feel like that, but I see more and more evidence of it lately. And I think it's going to tie into today's episode. For you, it could be the universe. It could be whatever you believe in. That's fine. I respect that and I support you. But I can tell you, for me, I know, I truly believe it's God kind of operating here. And there's so much that I can point to. And I kind of just want to share a few things. When I was in Greece with my family, last month or month and a half ago, I had the time to really reflect, and I was obviously in a pretty incredible environment that was just it was pretty inspiring. And there's so much of the world to see, and there's so much that I want to do, see, and accomplish. And I want to spend that time with family and close friends and people in my inner circle. And I got very, very clear and specific about certain things that I wanted to accomplish by the end of the year. Certain things that at that point I had not yet accomplished. And so I also committed that I was going to continue my 75 hard journey, and I was going to move on to phase one as soon as I got back. So I started at the beginning of August. And one of the things in phase one is what's called your 3 powerless task, right? Like, what are the 3 things that you commit to do every day that's going to move you closer to your goals, move you closer to the direction that you want to go? And I've been very inconsistent, to say the least, about I always, at the end of the year, set goals, and then I sometimes review them once a quarter, sometimes it's a couple times a year. And I wanted to actually go through the process of writing down my goals physically every single day and reading them. And so, at the time of this recording, I'm on day 24 of this 30-day phase one. And one of those tasks is to write down my goals every single day. It's about a 15-minute process, which means that I have too many goals on there. And I know this because I'm violating one of my own rules, but I write down my goals. I write down my top 3 goals in the different areas of my life: spiritual/faith, family, business, finances, and then friends/hobbies. So, and health, obviously. So those 5 areas or 6 areas, I believe it is, I write down my top 3 goals, and they're very specific. They have a deadline. They have a date. It's clear. It's very it's very black and white. I accomplished it or I didn't accomplish it. It's not fuzzy. And that speaks to something I can create another episode on, as far as like, how to go ahead and create goals that are going to, goals that are aligned with your vision and that support your vision, right? That's a whole nother podcast topic. But I got so clear on things I wanted to accomplish by the end of the year. And, one of those relates to this podcast and the growth of this podcast. I got very specific on the number of, unique downloads that I want this podcast to have, because I genuinely want to reach and inspire more people. And it is unbelievable what's been going on with the podcast and the growth. And that's as a result of you. So thank you so much. But I think the fact that I got very specific about what I wanted, I'm seeing it manifest now, right? I got very specific about certain goals with regards to Ascend and the clients and our mastermind and the coaching community, and we're completely full again, and that's something that not only was it about filling the final 2 seats, but it was doing it with the right people. That's so important. Steve and I go through a process where we actually interview people, and it's not disguised as a sales call like most others out there, but it genuinely is to get to know the person and just see if it's a fit. And health wise, I weigh as low as I've weighed in a long time, and I can actually see my abs now, which is pretty awesome. Back to when I was like 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. So there's all that has happened because I've gotten crystal clear on what I wanted. And then I went about the process of deconstructing how to obtain those desires, those wants, those goals. And then I put in the work and just released the rest of it, right? Like, I'm not tied to the outcome. I know that I'm crystal clear on my goals. I feel like I've come up with an action plan, and I'm putting in the work, and the results will come when they come. Like, I'm not tied to it, right? And as a result of that mindset, as a result of that approach, things just continue to happen even more rapidly than what I expect them to. I'll share another example. I've been interested in the e-com space, e-commerce for quite a while now. It's pretty common now to see people posting on their Instagram or Facebook stories, screenshots of their Amazon store or their Walmart store. And that's a space I had been looking at now for probably about a year and a half, but just didn't feel like I hadn't connected or found the right operator to work with. And a couple of months ago, I ended up with a partner. We ended up picking up a Walmart e-commerce store, and we're just wrapping up the first month, and it's performing incredibly well. And it's pretty awesome to just continue to build additional income streams. But that only came because I was able to stabilize my existing business before I tried to disrupt, right? And that's something that you really have to consider is, before disrupting in other areas, is your core business stabilized? And that's something that you want to consider. But, we all understand the benefits of having multiple streams of income and not being vulnerable or putting yourself in a precarious situation. That if I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine who is in the health and fitness space, and the majority of his income, it comes from working with clients, and we were having a conversation about what if something happens to him? What then? And so we started to kind of have some of those conversations. And by the way, we have a surprise cameo here. If you happen to be watching the video, my youngest daughter Alessia has come into my podcast studio, aka home office, and is now on my lap as I try to finish this particular episode. Alessia, you have anything to say?
Yeah.
What do you want to say? Say. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
All right. This is what it's all about, guys, by the way. So, all right, let me finish this, sweetie. So by the way, this is in real time. I'm not even going to have my team edit this out because that's just life, and it's the world we live in, and we got to roll with the punches. And this is the good stuff, right? This is why it's so important to get clear on your goals so that you can do the things that fill you up. whether it's spending time with your children, or whether it's traveling, or whether it's buying certain toys that you want, having certain experiences. It all starts with deconstructing, getting clear on what you want, then deconstruct those desires, those goals, those wants, put in the work, and then release it, and then let it go. So anyway, if you guys have any interest in connecting with me offline about some of these things that I'm talking about, whether it's e-commerce, or whether it's Ascend, whether it's just business growth and personal development, and having a vision for your life, goal setting, any of these are the things that just kind of fire me up. And it's why I'm so fortunate to be able to hop behind this microphone and kind of just without notes, just unfiltered, unedited, just kind of share my thoughts with you and share what's going on. And also for those of you who have been asking, I am, at the time of this recording, I'm about a week or two away from, I'm a sweetie, give me one.
Go to the back.
Okay. And by the way, on the podcast, my daughter just says she's got to go to the bathroom. So on that note, I am going to wrap this thing up. But really quick, I'm about a week or two away from closing on a self-storage facility in Mississippi. So I'm going to be spending some time out there once we close, and I'll kind of take you through that journey on social media. And obviously here in the podcast, I'll share with you some of the challenges, lessons learned, how I got to this point, and most importantly, how you can take those things and go ahead and apply it to your life and to your business. So appreciate you, my friends. If you're not subscribed, make sure to do that. flipempire.com/podcast. Subscribe so you're notified every Monday and Thursday. And definitely want to give a shout out to our awesome, amazing sponsors, Call Magicians and Left Main, REI. So definitely check out our podcast sponsors, support them because they have some pretty incredible products and services. So with that being said, so appreciate you, my friends. Look forward to the next episode. Alessia, say bye.
Bye, mister.
Take care, guys. In some cases, these are affiliate relationships with people that I highly trust and respect. And I know these tools and resources can help you and your business go to the next level. And as an ethical bribe, if you decide to try out one of these resources using my link, I will go ahead and send you an unadvertised bonus. I'll send you something of high value. All you got to do is shoot me an email, alex@flipempire.com. Go ahead and let me know that you that you tried out this resource, and however I can help you getting started with that, chances are that I know it very, very well and currently use it or have used it. So make sure to check that out, flipempire.com/resources. And if I can be of help or service to you in any way, just shoot me an email, alex@flipempire.com, and I will do anything I can for you. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you on the next show.